Indian basketball fans, Chipola College President Dr. Sarah Clemens and the entire college welcome you to the Milton H. Johnson Health Center and day 2 of the Milton Johnson Classic. Tonight's game is a contest between the Roane State Raiders and your Chipola Indians. Let's meet the teams. First up on the visiting side, we have the Raiders. Starting for the Raiders, number 1, John Cole Norris. Number 2, Jacob Naylor. Number 3, Kevon Hill. Number 12, Elijah Cobb. And number 14, Malachi Johnson. Head coach for the Raiders, Randy Nesbitt. Now on the home side, get on your feet, make some noise for your Chipola Indians. That forward, a 6'10" freshman from Australia, number 0, Mario Maiden. That forward, a 6'7" sophomore from Senegal, number 4, Shaq Faye. That post, the 6'9" sophomore from France, number 10, Christian Lord. That forward, a 6'9" sophomore from Australia, number 11, Lack Mayer. And at guard, a 6'2" freshman from Albany, Georgia, number 22, Chris Gardner. Head coach for the Indians, Brendan Foley. Assistant coach George Denton, Mara, Roger Woods, Cam Griffin, and John Smith. Shot clock operator, Judy Wall. Clock operator to the bell. Official scorer, Karen Davis. Stats by Mark Reese Scully and Karen Scully. And your announcer, Matt White. All right, Chipola fans, what time is it? It's game time.
And good evening, sports fans, and welcome to this broadcast of Chipola basketball, coming your way from the Milton H. Johnson Center here on the campus of Chipola College. Clint Cox broadcasting here to you from the Milton H. Johnson Center, the Robert Trammell Court. And right off the bat, there's a three-pointer up and in by Marielle Madding. I'll get the starting lineups. Chipola playing host to the Raiders of Roane State. Roane State in the blue uniforms, trimmed in red. Chipola in the white uniforms, trimmed in navy blue. This is the Raiders with the basketball. Turnaround jumper is up, no good. Rebound Chipola. For Chipola, at number 0, Marielle Madding. Number 4, Check Fay. Number 10, Christian Lorne. Number 11, Lat Mayan. And number 12, Chris Gardner. Those are your starters for Roane State. Number 1, John Norris. Number 2, Jacob Naylor. Number 3, Kevin Hill. Number 12, Elijah Cobb. And number 14, Malachi Johnson. So Indians versus Raiders. And right off the bat, we've got a slight change. Chris Gardner, number 22. I had marked him down as 12. He's number 22.
14 for the Raiders. His first
First foul of the game is picked up by Malachi Johnson of the Raiders. His first, and Chipola will inbound the basketball. Mayan will inbound it to Chris Gardner. Tell you about some of these starters. Mariel Madding, 6'11" freshman from Australia. There's a turnover by the Indians, and the Raiders come up with it. Naylor will bring the ball down, and there's a travel by the Raiders. Chek Fay is a 6'7" sophomore from the Senegal. Played on last year's squad. Christian Lawrence, 6'9" sophomore from Paris, France. Number 11, Lat Mayan, 6'9" sophomore from Australia. And Chris Gardner, 6'2" freshman from Albany, Georgia. So we got players on here from the Congo, Australia, France, Senegal, and then some from Florida, Syracuse, New York, Montgomery, South Carolina. Got two players from there. First free throw is up and good by Christian Lorne. And that gives Chipola the early 4-0 lead. This is the next free throw. Rebound goes to the Raiders. Three-point shot is good by John Norris. And it's a 1-point lead for Chipola. 4-3. There's a three-pointer. It's up. It's good by Chek Fay. And it is 7-3. Indians with the lead. Kevin Hill with the ball. Three-pointer, in and out. Won't go for Naylor. Rebound, Chipola. Driving to the basket, finger roll. Shot no good for Lat Mayan. And foul is going to be called against number 35, and that is Malachi Gale. His first foul. First free throw is up and no good by Mayan. Lat Mayan will have another free throw coming. Again, he's 6'9", redshirt sophomore from Australia. And he makes one of two to give Chipola an 8-3 lead. Naylor will bring it down for the Raiders. They're working it around the perimeter. Naylor with the ball again. Over to Hill. He wants a long two-pointer. Banks it in. They're going to say it's a three-pointer. And Hill with the three, so that makes it 8-6. Chipola with the lead. Loring with it. To Fay. Drives to the paint. Shot off the glass, no good. Rebound Indians. Kick out to Fay. He wants three. It's good. Chek Fay with a bucket. And it is 11-6. Raiders work it inside. Head fake. One-handed shot. Up, no good by Gale. Rebound Indians. Indians will set up the offense. Now inside to Lorne. His shot is up and good. Christian Lorne from Paris, France. And he gives Chipola a 13-6 lead. Got a whistle down low against Chipola. Sheck Fave picks up his first foul. First team foul against the Indians. Checking in for the Indians, Lance Irving and Anthony Higgs. Meanwhile, the Raiders with the basketball nearly lose it, but get it back. Three-pointer up by Norris. It's good.
Number 1, John Cole Norris, 4-3. Basketball number 2, Lance Irving.
Lance Irving with the bucket, so just entered the game, immediately makes an impact with a drive and a bucket. Raiders with the ball. Down low to Gale. Turnaround jumper is good.
Basketball number 35, Malachi Gale.
Indians down the floor, and quickly Anthony Higgs with the basket. So both the guys that have come in off the bench for Chipola immediately scoring buckets. Turnover. Raiders down the floor. Slam dunk. Lat Mayan with the slam. Mayan 6'9", Lauren 6'9", Higgs 6'8", Faye 6'7", Madden 6'11". To say we got some tall timbers is an understatement. Basket by Elijah Cobb. And it is 19-13. Pull up jumper, no good by Layan, Matt Layan. How about Lat Mayan? First night with these names, so give me a few minutes and I'll get them down as we've got a whistle and a foul. And that foul is going to go against Lat Mayan. His first foul. Second team foul against the Indians. Mario Maiden back into the game. And there's a turnover down the floor. Shot is up, and it is good by Maiden. Maiden with the bucket. Took it the length of the floor after the turnover to make it 21-13, Chipola with the lead. Played nearly 7 minutes in the contest. Scramble for the loose ball. Indians come up with it. Alley-oop. They can't finish, but right there to finish it is Anthony Higgs. Timeout Raiders. 12:50 to play in the first half. Chipola leading 23-13. And back here at Chipola where the timeout is wrapping up. Indians under the direction of Brendan Foley in his second season as head coach, coming off last year's 27-5 record. Panhandle Conference runner-up, 9-3 in conference play. Brendan came to Chipola back in 2012 as an assistant. and now again in his second year as head coach. Anthony Higgs with another bucket. He's got 6. Raiders down the floor quickly, and Kavan Hill with the bucket. It's 25-15. 12 and a half minutes left in the first half. Fay with it. Handoff to Gardner. Inside to Higgs. Finger roll won't go. Gets his own rebound. Put back is good. He's got 8 points here in the first half to lead all Chipola scorers. Coming in off the bench, Anthony Higgs. Shot no good by the Raiders. Rebound Chipola. Lance Irving over to Higgs. He wants 3. It's no good. Rebound goes to the Raiders. Anthony Higgs, 6'8", redshirt freshman out of Brooklyn, New York. Raiders with the basketball, again dressed in the blue uniforms, trimmed in red. They try to feed it inside. It's no good. Goes out of bounds. Cameron Buchanan with the errant pass. Indians with the basketball. Lance Irving over to Matting. And Mating with the 3. And it is 30-15. Three-point shot from the Raiders, no good. Rebound went to the Raiders, but foul is going to go against Anthony Higgs of Chipola. His first foul, 3 team fouls against Chipola. Not a shooting foul, so the Raiders will inbound the basketball underneath their own basket. Also in the game for Chipola, Amaro Lado. Lado is from San Diego, California. Raiders with the basketball. Guarded closely by Lance Irving. 3-point shot launched from John Norris. And the shot clock horn sounded. Checking into the game is Eshawn White. For the Indians. So for Chipola, we got Mating, White, and White's into the game and slam dunk. Eshawn White makes a flashy entry, 6'7", out of Montgomery, South Carolina. Raiders with the basketball. This is Norris with it to Naylor. Driving, tries to throw it across the court. It is thrown away, but the Raiders get it back. 3-point shot is no good from Buchanan. Raiders get the basketball and put it back up, and that's Jacob Naylor with the bucket. And it's 32-17 as we have passed the midway mark of the first half. 9:20 to play. And the Indians leading by 15. Mating for a 3. Mario Mating now with 11 points, 9 of them coming via the 3-point line. Another three-pointer is up and good from John Norris. He's got 3 threes himself. And it's back to a 15-point lead for Chipola. Lance Irving handling the ball for the Indians. Over to Lado. His shot no good. Naylor handling the ball for the Raiders. Over to Norris. Inside. Now they'll kick it out. There's a long three-pointer by Buchanan. It's no good. Indians with the basketball. Three-pointer from the corner. No good. That was from Irving. We get the rebound, though. Irving, a drive to the basket. No good. And they're going to call Eshawn White with the foul for the Indians. First foul on White. Fourth team foul on the Indians.
Checking for the Indians, number 11, Lat Mayen.
Lat Mayen and Chris Gardner back into the game for Chipola. So we've got Mating, Mayen, Gardner, along with White. And trying to see the other. Lado. Or Ladu. Mario Ladu. Shot is inside. It's no good. But we got a whistle and a foul. That foul is going to go against Malachi Gale. That'll be his second foul.
Number 35 for the Raiders, his second team score.
So Eshawn White will go to the free throw line. He's got 2 points on the evening. First trip to the charity stripe. And first one's off the mark. Again, Eshawn out of Montgomery, South Carolina. We actually have 2 players from Montgomery, Eshawn White and Trevor Smalls. Misses a second free throw as well. It's knocked out of bounds. It belongs to the Raiders. Roane State Raiders are from Harriman, Tennessee. Head coach is Randy Nesbitt. Not exactly sure where Harriman, Tennessee is, but see if I can't find that out at halftime. Got a whistle and a foul. Foul's going to go against Chipola's Amaro Lado, picking up his first foul. Raiders with the ball. Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound, Indians. White comes up with it. Outlet pass to Mating. He'll give it to White. His shot is up, no good, but he's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
Foul number 35 for the Raiders. That's his third.
Malachi Gale picking up his third foul. And Eshawn White back to the free throw line, was just there. 0 for 2 from the charity stripe. And make it 1 for 3.
Checking in for the Indians, number 4, Sheikh Faye.
Sheikh Faye back into the game for Chipola. So Chris Gardner and Sheikh Faye. Lat Mayen. Eshawn White. On the floor for the Indians. This is Faye giving defense on Jacob Naylor. There's a steal by White. He'll come down the floor, and there's a slam dunk. Holy cow. Eshawn was guarded kind of closely. Went in for the slam dunk. And that delighted some young kids down there at the end of the gym. Because after he slam dunked it, he pointed at him right at him like, hey, that's for you guys. Back down on the other end, we had a whistle and a foul. And that foul was against White. And that sends Elijah Cobb to the free throw line. He makes the first one. White's going to check out of the game. Christian Loring back in for Chipola. Cobb misses the second free throw. Indians with the rebound. Down the floor. Fay with it. Back up top to Gardner. To Loring. To Fay. Inside, and Check Fay was trying to dish the ball down low to Mayen. Mayen was positioning himself for a rebound. Didn't see the ball coming. Raiders with the basketball. They'll try to go inside. They do so to Malachi Johnson. He kicks it right back out. This is Naylor with the ball. To Cobb. Drives. Shot no good. Whistle and a foul against the Indians, and that'll be against Check Fay. His second foul. 5.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Indians leading 39-21. 18-point lead. Elijah Cobb to the free throw line. Free throw is up, no good. Lance Irving getting ready to check back in for the Indians. He does. And he'll check in for Check Fay. Check Fay checks out. Cobb with the free throw. Makes that one. He's 2 of 4 from the charity stripe tonight. Elijah Cobb out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Driving to the basket. Shot was up by Gardner, no good. Rebound Raiders. 3-point shot is good. John Norris has 4 3-pointers in the first half. Inside to Loring. Puts a shot up, no good. Gets his own rebound. Put back, no good. Tip out, goes to Chipola. Gardner drives. Little yo-yo shot, can't get it to go. Rebound Raiders. There's a long 3-pointer, no good from Norris. Rebound Indians. 4:30 to play in the first half. Mating inside to Loring. Little one-handed turnaround jump shot is good. He's got 5 first-half points. And the ball goes to the Raiders. Johnson. Turnaround jumper. A long 2-pointer was no good. Rebound goes to the Indians. Gardner will bring it down. Inside to Loring. His shot. Couldn't get it to go. He wound up a little bit too far under the basket. And tried to lay it up and in, but could not do that as he got too far under the basket. Ball was knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Raiders, though. So it'll be Indian basketball with just under 4 minutes to play in the first half. Indians inbound the basketball. Ledoux with the basket. tries to go inside, throws it away, and the turnover will give it to the Raiders. Raiders with a basketball. This is Jawan Moore handling the ball. He loses it, goes out of bounds. It'll belong to the white-clad Chipola Indians. Lance Irving will walk it down the floor. 3.5 to play in the first half. Inside they go. That is Anthony Higgs who puts it up and in. Off the glass, he's got 10 first half points. Shot is up by John Norris, but hammered, and he goes to the floor. And so John Norris will go to the free throw line. Listed in the program is John Cole Norris. 6'1" freshman out of Huntsville, Alabama. Free throw is off the mark. He's been hot from beyond the three-point arc, 4 of them tonight. He's missed a couple, but he's hit more than he's missed. Makes 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He's got 13 on the first half to lead all scorers for the Raiders. Irving drives. Shot is tipped up and in by Lorne. Irving's shot clanged off the rim. Lorne tipped it, went right back in the bucket. 45-26. Indians with the lead. Raiders get the rebound off the missed shot. Elijah Cobb with the slam, and it is 45-28. 2.5 to play in the first half. And there's a turnover by the Indians, and another slam by Elijah Cobb. And the Indians getting a little careless with the basketball late in this first half, but we still lead by 15, 45-30. Lat Mayen with the basketball. Drives, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound Raiders. Norris driving, kicks it out, round the horn. 3-point shot is good by Elijah Cobb, and he's hit the last 7 points of the game, all for the Raiders. And that has cut it to a 12-point lead for the Indians, 45-33 with 1:37. And Brendan Foley has seen enough. He's called a timeout. Seven to play in the first half. Indians leading 45-33. And They're going to get the clock caught up. And there it goes, and we'll start again. Indians with the basketball, nearly stolen by Malachi Johnson for the Raiders. Goes out of bounds, though, with 14 on the shot clock. Indians will inbound the basketball. Lat Mayen will do those duties and throws it in to Lance Irving. Back over to Mayen. He puts a shot up. It's no good. Rebound Raiders. And Norris will dribble it off his foot. And the ball goes to Chipola as we near the 1 minute mark of the first half. Mating with the ball, hands it off to Irving. Back to Mating. Wants a long three, going to be short. And rebound Raiders. Norris. Over to Moore. Heel feeds it inside. And losing the ball down low was Johnson. Picked up by the Indians. Shot clock is off, and we can play for the final shot of the first half. Lance Irving with the basketball. And we'll lose it. Raiders will come down the floor. They'll dish it over to Norris for three. He can't get it to fall. They get the rebound. Shot is up. And I think the basket is, they're going to say it counts.
Score, Raiders 35, Indians 45.
And Malachi Johnson with the bucket. And that'll make it 45-35 at the end of the first half. Chipola led by Mariel Mating with 11 points and Anthony Higgs with 10 points, while the Raiders led by Elijah Cobb with 11 points and John Norris with 13. It's halftime. We'll take a break, come back with second half action. And back here at the Milton Johnson Center, here on the campus of Chipola College in Marianna, Florida, Robert Trammell Court. And got a couple of young ladies taking care of business, Ashley and Alexis, keeping me on task. And we get ready to go here for second half action. Indians led in the first half by Anthony Higgs with 10 and Mariel Mating with 11. Back underway now with the Raiders handling the ball. They're in the blue uniforms, trimmed in red. Indians in white, trimmed in navy blue. Shot is up and good by Malachi Johnson. Indians with the basketball. Chris Gardner with the ball. Into the corner, there's a three-pointer. It's up and good by Mating. And he's got 14 on the night now. 4 3-pointers and a 2-pointer. And there's a 3-pointer that's up and in by Kevin Hill. 8 points on the evening for Hill. Again, the Raiders are from Harriman, Tennessee, Roane State. Underneath to Lorne. He can't get it to fall. And the rebound goes to the Raiders. There's a drive. Shots up. No good. Whistle and a foul. This is going to go against the Indians, and it'll be against Chris Gardner. His first foul of the night. That'll send Elijah Cobb to the free throw line. He's got 11 points in the first half. 2 for 4 from the charity strike. So he's back there again for 2 more. And the first one's up and good. And it's 48-41, 17-point lead for the Indians. Just underway here in second half action. You're just tuning in. The Lady Indians with a 82-52 win tonight over Lawson State. Cobb made the second free throw, so he cuts it to a 6-point lead, 48-42. Indians will feed it inside to Lorne, and his shot is good. 8-point Indian lead at 50-42. Lorne now with 9 points. There's a drive and a bucket by Cobb. And it's back to a 6-point Indian lead. Gardner with the ball. Double teamed out front. That's Mayen with the ball to Mayen. Inside to Lorne. Shot is no good, but he's fouled. Foul's going to go against Kevin Hill. His first foul. Christian Lorne will go to the free throw line. He went there twice in the first half, 1 of 2. Christian, a 6'9" sophomore out of Paris, France. First free throw is up and good. So on the floor for the Indians, we've got Gardner, Mayen, Lorne, Check Fay, and Mariel Mating. Made the second free throw, did Lorne. Indians putting some pressure on the ball. Raiders get it across half court and now set up the offense. Hill at the top of the key. Needs help. Dishes it off to Cobb. Over to Norris. His shot no good as the shot clock expired. Indians with the rebound. Mating inside to Lorne. Kicks it back out. 3-pointer by Gardner. No good. Rebound. Mayen feeds it inside to Lauren, and his slam dunk is good to give us a 10-point lead at 54-44. 13 points on the night for Lauren. Played just over 3 minutes here in the second half. Three-pointer on the way. It is good from Jacob Naylor. 7-point Indian lead. Gardner on the near side wing. They'll work it inside. Shot is up, no good. Rebound off an Indian, and it'll belong to the Raiders as Jacob Naylor scrambled for the loose ball, was going out of bounds, threw it off an Indian, and it'll belong to the blue and red Raiders from Roane State out of Harriman, Tennessee. Ball is thrown out of bounds. Raiders wanted a undercut against Chipola. The two players went up. And the Indians will bring the ball down. Gardner. Over to Mayen. Now they'll feed it inside. It gets kicked out to Mating. His shot no good. Rebound and put back by Lauren is good. He's got 8 points here in the second half, 15 on the game. They'll break the pressure, do the Raiders, and set up the offense. But it took them 12 seconds off the 30 to get it across half court. Norris with the basketball. Picks up the dribble, now hands it off to Hill. He wants three, won't go. Lauren with the rebound and hands it off to Gardner. Gardner with the ball up top, drives to the paint, puts up a little floater, no good. Rebound Raiders. Naylor with the outlet pass. Now gives it to Norris. He wants three, off the glass, no good. Rebound Indians. Mayen with the ball. Pulls up and hands it off to Gardner, and they'll set up the offense. Back to Mayen. To Lauren. Puts it off the glass. It's good. And the Raiders have no answer to try to stop Lauren, as he's got 10 second half points. They want a long three. No good. Rebound Mating. Down the floor. This is Mayen. He wants three. It's no good. Rebound Raiders. Norris with it to Naylor. To Hill. Back to Norris. He wants three. No good. Norris was red hot from beyond the three in the first half. He's cooled off here in the second half. There's a long three. It's good for late Mayen. How about Lat Mayen? Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them.
Let's hear it for your Chipola cheerleaders.
And we're back underway here at Chipola. We've played just over 6 minutes here in the second half. Indians leading 61-47. Raiders will throw the ball away, and the Indians try to get it. And they're going to have a whistle and a foul. I believe the foul going against the Raiders. Randy Nesbitt, the head coach for the Roane State, pleading his case to no avail. Indians with the basketball. Gardner with it.
Black. Come on, Juwan.
Mayen to Irving to Gardner. Drives. Little yo-yo shot and it goes in. Gardner with his first bucket of the night, and it is 63-47. Norris wants three, and he has not been able to find the range in the second half. But the ball is taken away by the Raiders. They'll feed it inside, and there's a foul against the Indians, as going for the slam dunk was Malachi Gale, and he's going to be fouled from behind by Anthony Higgs. Second foul on Higgs. It'll send Malachi Gale to the free throw line. He's got 2 points on the night. First trip to the charity stripe. .13:02 to play in the game. And the free throw is up and good by Gale. Sheck Fay will check in for Chipola. Checking out will be Lat Mayen. Next free throw is no good. Fay with the rebound. Gives it to Gardner. Gardner on the far side wing. Cross-court pass. Three-pointer is up and good by Lance Irving. He's got 5 on the night. Moore for the Raiders. Over to Cobb. Back to Moore. Ball stolen. Mading down the floor. Lays it up and in with the left-handed layup. And Mading now with 16 points. Moore with the basketball for the Indians. They'll feed it into the corner. This is Norris. He's in trouble. Cross-court pass to Hill. Over to Moore. He wants 3. No good. Rebound. Higgs for the Indians. Gardner will have it stripped away from him. Now there's a loose ball. Higgs dives for it, but touches the out-of-bound line, and it'll give it to the Raiders. 20-point lead for the Indians with 11:48 on the clock. Raiders get it across half court. There's a little floater. It's up and good for Kevin Hill. Kevin Hill with 10 points on the game. Irving with it for Chipola to Gardner. Back to Irving. And they're going to say he stepped on the line. And that turnover will give it to Chipola. Sorry, turnover will give it to Roane State. Turnover was on Chipola. Moore with the basketball for the Raiders. Across the half-court line to Cobb. Looks inside to Johnson. Backs his way in. Shot up, no good. Rebound. Mayen for Chipola. Outlet to Gardner. He wants 3. He's got them. Chris Gardner with 5 second-half points. after that three-pointer, and it is a 21-point lead for the Indians, 71-50. Moore to Norris, to Cobb. In the paint, kicks it out to Moore. He drives, dishes right back to Johnson. His shot is blocked. Indians with the ball. This is Gardner. To Fay, right back to Gardner. And he wants three, and he's got it. Chris Gardner was scoreless in the first half. He's got 8 in the second half. Moore drives, puts the shot up. It's no good. Blocking foul against Chipola. That's going to go against Anthony Higgs. It's going to be his third foul. And that's going to send Jawan Moore to the free throw line. Jawan Moore out of Dayton, Ohio, 5'10", redshirt sophomore. How about a redshirt freshman? How about a freshman? As I was corrected by one of the Raiders. Eshawn White will check in for Chipola. So the Indians with White, Mayen, Mating, Lance Irving, and Chris Gardner on the floor. Jawan Moore at the free throw line with another free throw, and he makes it. His first points of the night.
Number 2, Lance Irving for 3.
Lance Irving with a three-pointer for the Indians. His second three of the night. 77-51. Three-pointer by the Raiders is no good. And the ball will belong to Chipola. Chris Gardner will bring it down. Alley-oop pass to White. Slam dunk. Eshawn White out of Mox Corner, South Carolina. Makes it 79-51 for the Indians. Norris for 3, no good. Rebound Raiders. Norris had 4 3-pointers in the first half, 13 points, but he has been scoreless in the second half. There's a turnover as the Raiders throw it away, and the ball will belong to Chipola with 8:51 to play in the second half. Indians will walk it down the floor. This is Lance Irving with the ball. Over for 3 to Mating. His shot is off the mark. Ball goes out of bounds. And they're going to say Raider ball. Indian faithful wanting a call underneath. They didn't get it. And they're saying the shot clock. Not sure what they were saying, but now we're back under play. Steal by the Indians. Irving down the floor, slams it in. Lance Irving, 6'3" freshman out of Leesburg, Florida, with the slam. And timeout Raiders.
Timeout Raiders. 30-second timeout.
Indians leading by 30, 81-51. play here in the second half. Indians leading by 30, 81-51. Ashley and Alexis on the cameras and engineering for tonight's broadcast. Clint Cox coming to you from the Milton Johnson Center and the Robert Trammell Court. Indians with the basketball and a blocking foul against the Raiders. Fouls against the Raiders. Number 21, and I don't have a number 21, so not sure what his name is. Indians with the basketball. Irving up top to Mating. His three is no good. Rebound Raiders. Naylor will bring it down. Hands it off to Hill. To the mystery man. Oh, he got away with a travel. There's a turnover by the Raiders as Naylor got up in the air, had nowhere to go, and threw it away. Mating to the basket. Puts a shot up. It's good. Gets the touch shot. And he'll go to the free throw line, try to make a three-point play the old-fashioned way. Fouls on 35, Malachi Gale. His fourth foul. Mariel Mating at the free throw line with 18 points on the night. Now a chance for number 19. And he's got it. That was his first trip to the charity stripe tonight. 1 for 1. 84-51 for the Indians. Nearing the 7-minute mark. Raiders with the basketball. There's a drive. Shot is blocked. And now what we got?
Technical foul on number 2 for the Indians.
And got a technical foul against the Indians. Tech was on Lance Irving. At the free throw line is John Norris. Makes the first free throw. And he makes the second. Have no idea what the Tech was about. The official came over and is talking to Indian head coach Brendan Foley, explaining it to him. Coach Foley did not protest a whole lot, so maybe with a 31-point lead, or now 29-point lead, he's not going to argue too much, even if he did disagree. 84-55 the score. Indians with the lead. Gardner with the basketball for Chipola. Goes in the corner. There's a three-pointer. It is up and good by Amaro Lado. Lado with the three. His first points of the night. Naylor with the ball for the Raiders, and he'll throw it away. Indians will take possession of the basketball with 6:24 to play. Gardner with it for Chipola. On the wing. Thought about a three. Now there it is, and there it is going through the bucket. Chris Gardner with 3 threes in the second half. He's got 11 points on the game.
Basketball number 21, Isaiah Hobdy.
Isaiah Hobdy is his name. I just have learned.
Go! Back! Backside!
So he's got 2 in the scorebook now. And with 5:45 to play, Indians leading 90-57, so 33-point lead for Chipola. And we've got the basketball. Gardner will throw it in to Shekfei. Back to Gardner. Drives. Dishes it over for a three from the corner. And that is Amaro Lado with another three.
Basketball number 3, Kayvon Hill.
Kayvon Hill with a bucket for the Raiders. Inside to Eshawn White. He'll have it stripped away. And they're going to say last touch by the Raiders. Now they're going to overrule that and say last touch by the Indians. As we near the 5-minute mark of the second half. Naylor with the basketball. Driving to the bucket is Hill. Will dish it back out. Naylor wants three. It's good. Jacob Naylor with his second three of the half. He's got 8 points on the night. 93-62. Indians with the lead. Another three. And that one is off the mark from Lado. Raiders have the ball, and there's a traveling infraction. Naylor went up, realized he didn't have the three, and came back down. Indians with the ball. Fay to Gardner. Back to Fay. He'll drive. Finger roll, no good. Follow, though, is good by Anthony Higgs. 12 points on the night for Higgs. His first basket of this half. Naylor to Moore. Head fake, back to Naylor. He wants three. In and out. Rebound White for the Indians. To Higgs, to White. And ball rolls out of bounds. Last touch by an Indian. 3:46 to play. Indians leading 95-62. Checking into the game. Jabron Shingler, his first action of the night. Redshirt freshman, 6'6", out of Washington, D.C. Moore with the basketball for the Raiders to Naylor. Inside, they'll feed it. That was Buchanan. His shot was blocked by the Indians. There's a little floater. No good. Tip up. No good. Tip up is good. Amaro Lado with the tip in. 3-point shot by the Raiders. No good. And a whistle and a foul on the rebound. Going to go against the Raiders. Malachi Johnson.
Foul number 14 for the Raiders.
And it'll be Indian basketball. Just over 3 minutes to play in the contest. Higgs will get ready to inbound the ball for the Indians. And will do so to Irving. Indians working the ball around the perimeter. There's a long three. It's no good. Rebound, Lado. His shot back up, no good, but he's fouled. That foul is going to go against Malachi Gale. That's going to be 5 on Gale, so he'll have to check out of the game. Malachi Johnson will get ready to check in. And we'll do so for Malachi Gale. So one Malachi for another Malachi. Raiders with a pair of Malachis. First free throw is up and no good by Ladeau. And the next free throw is off the mark as well. Ladeau, 6'2" freshman out of San Diego, California. So from California to Florida. Pull-up jumper is good by Naylor.
Basketball number 2, Jacob Naylor.
He's got 10 on the night. 2.5 to play in the contest. Higgs loses it. Hobdy comes up with it for the Raiders. Hobdy going to be tripped up and goes to the floor.
Foul number 5 for the Indians, his 4th.
Higgs will pick up his 4th foul. Neither team into bonus yet, as the men in stripes have done a good job of keeping this game flowing pretty good. Got a late start here at the Milton Johnson Classic from the Milton Johnson Center on the campus of Chipola College at the Robert Trammell Court. Raiders nearly lose the ball. They'll put a shot up, it's no good. Christian Loring with the rebound, and Lance Irving will bring it down, and that'll draw a foul, and I believe the Raiders want a timeout.
Timeout Raiders, full timeout.
Coach Nesbitt calling a timeout, trying to get his crew. Johnson Classic, the final night. We had action last night and action tonight. And at the free throw line is Lance Irving. He makes the first free throw. He'll have another coming. Makes them both. $12 points on the night for Lance Irving. Got a foul against the Indians. Eshawn White, his 3rd foul. Raiders get ready to inbound the basketball. Hobdy over to Naylor. Back to Hobdy. Back to Naylor. Drives, puts a shot up. Shot partially blocked and rebound by White. He blocked it and rebounded it. Nearing the 1 minute mark of the contest. Little floater, one-handed shot off the glass by Lance Irving. Naylor to Norris. Inside to Hobdy. To Moore. Back out to Buchanan. He wants 3. It's no good. Indians with the basketball. About 6 seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Indians with a miss. Tip up, no good. Raiders with the ball. They want a long 3. It's no good. They get the rebound. And they're going to shoot the final shot of the game. It's a 3. It's no good. And that's going to be the final. Indians are going to win 101-64. Indians improved to 2-0 on the season. Led on the night by Mariel Mating with 19 points. Christian Lorne with 17. Chris Gardner with 11. Lance Irving with 14. Anthony Higgs with 12. Raiders were led by John Norris with 15. Kevin Hill with 14. Elijah Cobb with 13. And Jacob Naylor with 10. Again, the Indians improved to 2-0. Want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Milton Johnson Classic here from Chipola College. Want to thank Ashley and Alexis for helping with the broadcast tonight. For Chipola College, this is Clint Cox signing off, saying so long, sports fans.